So the breakup is past, but you're still feeling quite a bit of heartache. You're in a place of limbo and you're not quite sure how to progress. But you're in a better place because you know the why of your breakup. You know what happened for things to start falling apart, and you've done some self-reflection work to get there. In this video, I want to talk about how you can progress. My name is Jisi, and Loving Honestly is a place for every woman with a deep need to define your love story in the way that feels right for you. I speak about intimate relationship issues as well as my special passion, which is parenting teenagers. So now that you know that you need to move on, but you're not quite sure what to do, the biggest thing you need to hold on to is to keep reminding yourself of what happened, how you got to this place, and how you contributed to getting here. Because it's very easy to self-sabotage and repeat the things that led you to where you are now without even realizing you're doing it. When you start to see clearer again, when your thoughts are now a bit more coherent, you are in a better place, you're feeling happier, you're sleeping better, you're eating well, and you're really feeling, you know what, it's time for me to get back on the wheel and start to meet new people. You have to be careful not to choose someone with the same traits as the person you were with. Because what happens then, especially if you've not completely healed and you now are feeling lonely, you're feeling slightly depressed, and you feel, you know what, maybe meeting someone new is the right thing for me to do to get back my life in order. But maybe you need a little bit more time, and I spoke about that in the last video, which you can go through if you haven't watched it already. You need a little bit more time to let this why sink. Because if it does not, and if you are unfortunate enough to attract someone who is similar, who has similar traits, they just look different, they're just a new person, but really they have the same traits as the person you were with, you will start to go back and start to change yourself for them. Because a lot of the times in relationships, when we are very needy of our partner, we tend to do a lot of compensating for them. We want to be with them, and so we tend to do a lot more that is out of our comfort zone to please them. And that's how sometimes things just start falling apart. So be careful, because self-sabotage is real. You may meet someone who genuinely, really cares for you, and at this first sight, it seems as if, oh, it's a new love, it's a new person, it's a new way. But because you're still hurting and you have a little bit of self-doubt because you're not quite sure what to do now, you will go overboard a little bit. You will try to please them a bit more. You will call them a lot more. You'll be available a lot more because you really need someone to just hold you tight, isn't it? But holding tight is okay when you have now completed the full circle of healing. And I really urge you to complete that full circle of healing, to wait a little bit longer, because things may seem rosy now. You may be in a very good space. You may be in a space where you're feeling so comfortable with where you are at. But I urge you to hold on, to get to a place where you're now neutral. You're now okay. You're not feeling any kind of way. You're not thinking about him and thinking about your ex and still reeling from the pain. You want to be in a place where when you think about your ex, it's with some gratitude and some acceptance that, you know what, that's what I needed at that time. And he taught me a couple of lessons that I would never have learned had I not been with him. So get to full circle healing. And when you get there, believe me, you'll start to see yourself in a new light. You'll start to realize, you know what, I actually didn't like to go watch football matches with him. Or I actually didn't like hanging out with his friends. I like doing these things. You need to now rebirth yourself and start doing new things. The best way to actually know what you like is try new things. Try a several number of things. You are single, you are on your own, you have time to do so. Maybe you want to read more, maybe you want to go back to school, maybe you want to start a project, maybe you want to make a little bit more money and start to dabble in a few things here and there. And when you're in that space of neutrality, you will be free to know what actually feels good around you, because you're not needing someone else to do that for you. You're not needing a partner to say, let's go and try this, let's go and try that. You want to try things alone. You want to try things with friends, with family. You want to try things with work colleagues. You want to upgrade yourself and upstyle yourself because that's what life is all about, progressing from A to B to C as you keep going up. And it's so, so important to get to that place where only you know what is good for you. Yes, a lot of learning comes in relationships, and you've just learned a big lesson from the breakup. So you may have relationships with other friends and other colleagues, and that's where you get to really feel comfortable doing different things. You might be a sports person, you don't even realize it. You might be someone who likes meditation, who likes to take long hikes, who likes to take long drives. Start to do new things and fit it into your new repertoire of things to do. And in that space, you will start attracting people who like the things you like, or people who admire that in you, the spirit in you that brings out the best in you. At the end of the day, your worth as a person and your ability then to be around people who see that is dependent on a lot of inner work that you need to do. You may still have to learn it in a new relationship because, Lord knows we are all learning throughout the life journey. Whether you are with the same partner or you have a new partner, you are still going to learn a lot through that partnership because your worthiness comes from inside as well as outside with the relationships you do keep. It's so, so important to go through this so that you now come out clean, clear, and full of the life that you want to share with the person you will meet. And have that self-reverence. Have that reverence that this is okay. And now I'm in a better place. And you know what? You've come from the hardest part. This now new space of a couple of months, it could take weeks, it could take months. Sometimes it takes years for people to get to a place of neutrality. Take it. There is no rush. There really is no rush when you're trying to become a healed and full person, a person who is at peace, a person who knows what they want, so that they can share that which they want with someone who can appreciate it completely. So I just wanted to share that to help you progress through the journey of heartbreak. It will get better, I promise you. You just need to take time for it to, and to keep reinforcing in yourself that everything is gonna be okay. Continue to do whatever you can do in a spiritual way. I encourage you to pray if you're a prayer, meditate if you're a meditator, exercise, do some simple breathing exercises, do something that can renew you each and every day. And you will start to see things clearer, and you will start to enjoy your life on your terms, so that when you meet the next person, you are going to thrive. Thank you for listening. I post every Wednesday, so if you'd like to get notifications on when I do, please press the subscribe button. Take care.